In this video, we will compute expected value and use expected value to solve applied problems. Expected value is a mathematical way to use probabilities to determine what to expect in various situations over the long run. We will find expected value by multiplying each possible outcome by its probability, and then we'll add those products. Let's take a look at an example. Think of the common probability situation of rolling a fair die. If you were to roll a fair die, a six-sided die, over and over and over again, and average the rolls, what would they average out to? Well, that would be the expected value of a fair die. So we're going to list the possible outcomes on a fair die. A six-sided die has the outcomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The probability of each of these outcomes is 1/6 because these outcomes are equally likely. So what I'm going to do is multiply each outcome times its probability. So I'm going to multiply 1 times 1/6, 2 times 1/6, 3 times 1/6, 4 times 1/6, 5 times 1/6, and 6 times 1/6. So each outcome times its probability. Those give me, you can use a calculator if you need to, but I think we can do this without one. That would be 1/6. This is 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, and 6/6. I could simplify those, but they're going to be easier to add together if I don't. Now I'm going to add these up. 1/6 plus 2/6, and so on. I left the common denominators because then I just have to add the tops. So adding up the tops, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 gives me 21/6, which is 3.5. That is the expected value of a fair die, 3.5. What that means is if the die is rolled repeatedly, there are an average of 3.5 dots per roll over the long run. Businesses use expected value to calculate their gain or loss based on the probability of situations. Also, insurance companies use expected value to determine how much to charge people for their insurance policies. That's why teenagers pay more for car insurance than older adults who've been driving longer with clean driving records, because if you have a higher probability of getting in an accident, they're going to charge you more. Just like life insurance is more expensive for older people and less expensive for younger people because they have a higher probability of not dying. So let's take a look at this example. An oil company is considering 2 sites on which to drill, described as follows. For site A, the profit if oil is found is 160 million. The loss if they don't find oil is 30 million. The probability that they find oil is 0.2. We also need the probability that they do not find oil. If the probability of finding oil is 0.2, we can do 1 minus that probability and we get the probability that they do not find oil, which would be 0.8. Remember, the probability of an event plus the probability that the event does not occur have to add to 1. It's like a 20% chance of finding oil. You have an 80% chance that you wouldn't find oil in percent form. Okay, so if I wanted to find the expected profit of site A, I'm going to multiply each outcome by its probability and I add those up. So one possible outcome is a gain of 160 million. I'm just going to write 160 and keep in mind that that's in millions. The probability of that happening is 0.2. The other possible outcome is that they don't find oil, in which case they lose 30 million. So I'm going to do negative 30 million as that outcome, and the probability of that happening is 0.8. If I plug that into my calculator, I get 8 million for the answer, which means that the expected value of site A is a gain of 8 million. Now let's take a look at site B. The profit, if oil is found, is 240 million, so they stand to gain more. The loss, if no oil is found, is 37 million. The probability of finding oil is only 0.1 at site B. The probability of no oil found, 1 minus 0.1, is going to be 0.9. So the chances of not finding oil are 0.9, like a 90% chance. So using those same calculations, if I do 240 million times the probability of finding oil, 0.1, plus they could lose 37, so negative 37 million, and the probability of that happening is 0.9. Plugging this in, I get negative 9.3 million. So the expected value of site B is a loss of 9.3 million. So which one has the larger expected profit? It's going to be site A, because in site A, they expect a profit. In site B, they expect to lose 9.3 million. By how much is the profit larger? If I subtract those, 8 million minus negative 9.3 million, that's the same as 8 million plus 9.3 million. We get 17.3 million for the difference. So site A has a higher expected profit by $17.3 million.